What's your name and grade?
I'm Isolde Wedemeyer, and I'm a junior.
All right, so today I'm just going to ask you a few questions surrounding social issues that you may experience in and outside of lab.
Okay.
To start with, what ethnicity do you identify as?
I'm half Indian and then half white.
All right. And do you feel like you've ever been socially limited or benefited based off your ethnicity, whether that's like stereotypes surrounding mixed people, Indians?
I think some people, negatively, some people say that Indians smell. So,
Sure.
I mean, no one said that to me, but I mean, I've seen my other Indian friends have that said to them. And then also that they're always good at math.
Sure.
And math is not my strong suit, so sometimes it feels like people ask me for math help when I'm not even good at math.
Sure. And does that cause like insecurity or?
Yeah, it does, definitely, because I feel like as most Indians, they're known to be good at math, and the fact that I'm not part of that, it's I'm more of an English person.
Sure.
It kind of people are oh, so then you're more white than you are Indian, which
Sure.
also isn't true because I'm half.
Sure. All right. Now, similarly, do you ever feel like you've been socially limited or benefited based off the way you look, whether that's body image or?
What do you mean?
I don't know, have you ever looked in the mirror and not been happy with the way you look, and how's that affected you?
I feel like there are some days where I'm I feel bad about myself, and other days where I feel good about myself. I feel
Sure.
like that comes with growing up as well as becoming more confident. I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten way more comfortable in myself, and with myself,
Sure.
who I am. And I think part of that is my community and surrounding myself around people that are like me or understand. And I feel yeah, there's some days where I have issues with myself, but some days I'm very confident, so it just depends on the day.
Sure. Now, switching gears, I'm going to read you the definition of objectification. Objectification is the act of treating a person like an object or a thing. Do you ever feel like you've been objectified, whether that's sexualization or being treated without regard to emotion?
Definitely, yeah.
Sure.
I feel I think not women, more men, just sometimes, I don't know, I've had experiences where they just think women are more objects than they are human.
Sure.
And the way they speak to women, I think it's gotten worse with social media as well. I think that's a huge aspect of it, but it's they treat I've been treated like I haven't had feelings, you know.
Sure.
It's I do.
All right. Now, finishing up, how long have you been at lab?
I've been at lab my whole life.
All right. And do you ever feel like you've been socially limited or benefited based on how long you've been at lab, whether that's pre-existing stigmas surrounding you, or
What do you mean?
say people have an impression of you on 6th grade and you didn't feel like that applied to you now, and that's affected you, whether it's
Totally.
making friends.
Totally, yeah. I think just lab in general is a small community, and everyone has seen everybody's awkward phases, and I think everybody was way different in middle school than they are now. And I think my middle school self is so much different than my high school self, and some people still perceive me as that, and I feel I'm just a very different person. I also think it goes with people you hang out with. If I try to talk to everybody, I have a lot of friends outside of my friend group, my inner circle, but before I had that, and before I was more comfortable reaching out to people outside of my friend group, it was more I felt people judged me based on who I was friends with, or who I surround myself with, which
Sure.
I feel I'm just a social person in general.
Sure. And do you ever feel like you've been socially limited or benefited based off the way people perceive you, how they think about you, and do you think that if you walk around the hallways, do you think how other people look at you affects you and how you act during the day?
Yeah, I think if I get a hi or something by someone random or someone I've talked to a couple times, it makes me feel better and makes my day better. So it's oh, that person went out of their way to talk to me, you know
Sure.
what I mean? I think when I get sometimes I'll get dirty looks or something like that, and it's at that point it's just we're in a small school. I think the best thing we can do is just be nice to everybody, because we've been with each other for so long, and lab, the community itself, especially lifers, have been with each other for their whole lives basically. So it's the best thing we can do is be a community.
Sure. All right. Thank you.